from across the islands on KGMB and KHNL. This is your source for breaking news in the morning. Hawaii News Now Sunrise.
It's kind of nice being outside.
It is nice. It's beautiful. And on a very important day, of course, this is Giving Tuesday. Sorry for the voice, but we've got to power through.
Yep.
Just wanted to let you know, everything you did on Black Friday, it was fun, it was exciting, it was important as part of the holiday season. But we just think that what you can do today and have an impact is going to have that much more of an influence in Hawaii in general.
Yeah, there's so many people who do such great work here, and so we want to highlight that today because it is Giving Tuesday, and we're doing it in this setting because we are working with the Hawaii Community Foundation, and they're just down the street, so we got all these holiday decorations out, which is kind of nice.
That's right. So one of the things we want you to do is donate your time, your talent, your treasure. Of course, that would be a financial gift. So change4hawaii.org. It's really simple. Just go to the website. We also have a link on our website, hawaiinewsnow.com. They make it very simple, it's very safe, and it's very fast as well. So no excuses today.
We have a breaking story before we go to Guy's weather, and that is that the stock market is tumbling today. Checking my external hard drive of my brain here, I see that the Dow was down 400 points earlier.
Oh my gosh.
It's down 361 right now, which is, I think, roughly 1 1/3% of its entire value. What drove this were a pair of tweets from President Trump last night, suddenly and unexpectedly and without any previous announcement, imposing steel and aluminum tariffs on Brazil and on Argentina. This is something the market had not expected, so now it's pricing it into stocks.
All right, good to know.
All right, in the meantime, kind of a humid start.
It is a little on the cool side, but you're right. It's a little sticky right now because the winds are relatively light. And we do have some passing showers out there. Nothing in the way of washing out any place. Flooding's not an issue, but we are seeing some scattered showers.
Well, I guess you were right. It is raining a little bit.
Just a little. Blessings on a Giving Tuesday.
At least Guy brought an umbrella.
Yeah, you didn't warn us.
I did bring an umbrella. It didn't look good for a weatherman to be stuck in some rain without the umbrella. For you guys, not so much.
Oh, well, thanks.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Guy. That's very nice.
But yeah, we do have some splashes this morning. Really some nuisance stuff, nothing too heavy. We shouldn't have to worry about flooding, and that's going to be the case at least through today.
Okay.
But then things could change. The one thing that we'll all get, and we won't be complaining about, are some breezy trade winds.
Hey, Lacey, traffic looking good out here as well, just so you know.
Yeah, but just so you know, also, it's going to be a little bit more busy out here. Obviously, it's the downtown area, so it's always busy.
Yeah.
But it is Giving Tuesday, so you're going to see a lot of tents, like what you might be able to see behind us. A lot of people out there trying to get some donations because, of course, want to help everybody here in Hawaii.
Yeah, to give you a proximity, we're at the intersection of King and Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Right in front of the 24-hour fitness.
Yeah, it's not 24 hours.
So
In
part
a
of
row.
what- yeah. Well, so part of what we're doing today is we're talking about the different nonprofits across Hawaii that you could potentially donate to today, right?
Yeah, that's right. And the one that we're focusing on right now is called Koopa Hawaii. It's a nonprofit that pairs disadvantaged youth with some great career opportunities and opportunities also to help sustain the land. Kupu, which means to sprout or to grow in Hawaiian, has a twofold mission: to preserve the land while empowering youth. The organization provides hands-on training in conservation, sustainability, and environmental education for young adults with the goal of fostering our next generation of environmental and cultural stewards.
Kupu has actually personally changed my life. I was in the program myself back when I was in high school, and I didn't know exactly what I was going to be doing with my life at that time, and someone was kind enough to make me aware of the opportunity, and it totally set me on a course that now is actually opened me up to a career.
The program partners with other organizations helping to restore and preserve the land and the sea, and the kids leave changed, knowing they made a difference in their community.
It's really great to work with people who are very passionate about our land, our natural resources, so it's really refreshing to be able to work with such passionate young individuals.
If anyone is interested and even remotely considering an opportunity with Kupu, I would highly suggest that they come and check out our website. It's www.kupuhawaii.org.
Very cool, guy.
Yeah, this is something you actually knew a lot about already.
Yeah, my wife is on the board with Koopa, and I've helped with some functions that they do. John Leong is an amazing guy who has that vision for helping disadvantaged youth, and I've seen life changed already. Incredible stuff.
Yeah, and if you can't remember the exact website, you can just go to changeforhawaii.org and you can choose the organization that you would like to donate today.
Yeah, we're going to be profiling a number of different nonprofits throughout the morning, and also changeforhawaii.org, but also hawaiinewsnow.com. We'll have a link over there as well.
It's Giving Tuesday on Sunrise.
All right, Sunrise is on the road out here in downtown Honolulu for Giving Tuesday. We're here with Lisa Maruyama. I want to get this right. President and CEO of Hawaii Alliance of Nonprofit Organizations, or HANO. Lisa, tell us a little bit about HANO. What does it do? What is its mission?
Yeah, HANO is a nonprofit charitable organization unto itself, but it kind of acts like a chamber of commerce for nonprofits in that regard. It's looking to provide capacity support, training, consulting, advocacy on behalf of nonprofits to make sure that we're a very professional sector, that we're a trusted partner in the community. And our mission is to strengthen and unite the nonprofit sector in Hawaii as a collective force to improve the quality of life in Hawaii.
Yeah, we're talking all morning long about change and making an impact within our community. Nonprofits are a huge part of that.
Absolutely.
So how big of an impact can nonprofits make, or how much of an impact are they making?
Well, they're the frontline defense in a lot of communities. They're providing a lot of the safety net services in food and shelter and healthcare and all of those types of first line defense services. But they're also doing natural resource stewardship, Aina-based, Malama Aina type work across the state. They could be in the areas of education. They're actually think tanks. They could be doing arts and culture. They could be enriching the community through arts and culture. They could be a small, an example could be like a small hula halau or a soccer league or a parent-teacher association, actually, all the way to the bigger guys of like the nonprofit hospitals, or, many don't realize that a lot of the K through 12 private schools as well as preschools are nonprofits themselves.
That's
so
incredibly
it's a
far-reaching.
big array.
So how many are we talking about here in Hawaii?
Over 6,000 in the state of Hawaii, and it's pretty high per capita for our state, but all doing wonderful work. The majority of the nonprofits are on Oahu, but there are very good nonprofits doing absolutely wonderful work in each community across the state.
Yeah, and a lot of them don't get the due that they deserve because they're doing such great work, but they're going unknown. How about this? Because we're going to be throwing out a couple of organizations that people at home may not have heard of.
Right.
So I'm going to be talking about HCCF a little bit later. They've not heard of that. So why would the people at home, why should they trust that? How do we verify that this is an actual organization that isn't just stealing my money?
I mean, of course, it's really nice to just get to even know the organization intimately by knowing both board and staff. So you could look at their website and get a sense of who the stakeholders are in each organization. But there are regulatory compliance, laws out there that protect donors to make sure that their giving and their money is going responsibly to a nonprofit. You can always look at a nonprofit's tax form online. There's a public website called guidestar.com if you want to look, guidestar.org, and you can plug in the name of the organization and do research on that organization by looking at their public tax form. Here in Hawaii, we are required, many of the nonprofits are required to register with the State Attorney General's office if they're doing any modicum of fundraising in the community. So there is that oversight and accountability provided by a third party. We do have to register annually as businesses with the Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs. So there are ways in which to see if the organization is legitimate, and of course, many are very well intentioned. The smaller guys have limited capacity, of course, to get their name out, so they're less known, but they're still doing wonderful, good work in each community.
Yeah, which is kind of what we're doing here today, trying to make sure that get the word out.
Yeah, thank you for showcasing that.
And just so you know, all the organizations and nonprofits we're talking about today, they are legit. Go to changeforhawaii.org or our website, hawaiinewsnow.com. Lisa,
thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll be right back. Sunrise is on the road for Giving Tuesday. Aloha. Should we do it? Should we start with it?
Okay.
All right, sunrise is
On the road! We are downtown today for Giving Tuesday, and these holiday lights, such a great reminder that not only is it the holiday season, but it's the season of giving, and we want to encourage everyone to give to a local nonprofit because it's such a great thing to do.
That's right. We made it really easy. It's changeforhawaii.org. Once you go there, there's a big banner that shows you how to donate, and you can donate your time, your talent, or your treasure, which of course is a financial gift. And it gives you a long list of different nonprofits that you can choose. Also, we want to mention that we would love to see you. We would love to hear from you today. So please join us right over here, right by Bishop Street.
Bring food.
And bring your business card. So you bring your business card. We'll put it in a box. We're going to do drawings all throughout the morning. So winners of these drawings get $1,000 to be donated to the nonprofit of your choice.
That's amazing.
That is.
And not only that, but if you come early, you get to hear the downtown rooster who's right over there.
Who knew?
I think that might be all day.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just the morning.
I think they heard him at home. Actually, to be honest, yeah.
In the meantime, kind of a sticky start.
It is a little bit of a sticky start, but notice also temperature's a little bit cooler. But you're right, Grace. There is a little bit of a humidity in the air, but we are expecting that to kind of clear up as the day progresses. Now,
all right, 5:37 now, and it's time to head back out to downtown Honolulu for our crew on the road this Giving Tuesday.
On the road. More blessings on a Giving Tuesday.
It looks like it.
Yeah, that's right. Guy found his umbrella. This is nice.
Yeah, I decided he's already sufficiently blessed.
Yeah, this half is actually drier than that half. Sorry, guys.
No worries. So one of the things that we want to do today is we want to highlight some of the nonprofits that maybe you have not heard of, right?
The one I chose was Hawaii Public Radio, which I've personally volunteered at for as long as I've been in the islands. The thing I like about HPR, particularly compared to nonprofit broadcasters elsewhere in the country, is that HPR tries to help all the other nonprofits. And even when they're in the midst of a pledge drive raising money for themselves, they bring in as guest announcers people from all the other charities that you support and love in order to help them get their message out at the same time. And I just think that's really cool.
yeah, I really like Access Surf. Now, of course, surfing is near and dear to my heart, my favorite thing to do. But what Access Surf has done is take people with disabilities and take them out in the surf, and you can see how that has transformed their lives. All of a sudden, they feel empowered. They feel like, they're more active. They're in this thing that they never thought they could do. So the thrill of surfing has brought them back their thrill of life. So that's what I really like.
And all you got to do is look online for the videos. I mean,
Right.
that in itself, you can see their facial expressions. They're absolutely loving it.
Yeah, because you're talking about wounded warriors as well as just everyday people with disabilities.
Some of them wouldn't even be able to make it through the sand to the water if it wasn't for Access Surf.
Exactly. So they could use as much help as they could get, definitely, in terms of labor as well as resources.
Yeah, I just got to see their faces. You're
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
right.
And one of
Fantastic
the things you realize with a lot of these nonprofits is that they understand that there's a lot of need out there, and they're just one of the many institutions that are asking for this. But they're obviously all of them very grateful for whatever monetary donation they get.
Exactly.
And that's what today is all about. So if you want to donate your time or your money, you can go to changeforhawaii.org. We're going to be talking about all kinds of different organizations, local ones today, who do some great work in our state. All right, we'll be right back. Waking up already.
A little cold, a little wet, but that's okay. We're going to power through.
Did you see the two dancing people across the street who are decorated with Christmas
yeah.
lights?
Those are their Iona dancers.
Yeah.
I
They
like
do that
it.
every year. So that's the first shift because it's still dark. They have the glowing lights. The afternoon guys aren't going to have the same
One
thing.
of the women, her head is turning around like this, so if you can't see her face, it's like an exorcist thing is going on.
But it's perfectly safe.
Yes.
No need to worry.
That's right. No pea soup. No pea soup.
Yeah.
Hey, all morning long we're talking about nonprofits because, of course, it's Giving Tuesday. One of the ones that we work with hand in hand all the time is the Hawaii Food Bank. It doesn't get any more basic than this. Everyone needs to eat. And while the Hawaii Food Bank warehouse now houses about 1.3 million pounds of food,
But the reality is that 1 million pounds will be gone in a month. And if we don't have the same kind of donations coming in that can match that going out, the inventory can shrink. and we don't want that.
The Hawaii Food Bank helps provide food to 1 out of every 8 people in Hawaii every year, including more than 54,000 keiki. They distribute to about 200 member agencies, and they get help from volunteers, like this group from Howard Hughes, sorting through donations to make sure everything is still good.
It's so rewarding for each of us that are here and for other organizations that donate their time and come in and volunteer. It's something that is so important that we know we're helping those that are in need with food or with items that they need to help them sustain life on a daily basis.
Ms. Utani says he is grateful for any and every donation he gets.
We don't know what that last $5 meant to somebody. We don't know what $5,000 meant to a family that has the ability to give. Some people come in here with 2 cans of Spam and they feel fantastic about what they've given. That's great, and we appreciate that. So as far as asking for specific items, money, no, I ask if you can and you have the capacity to give, to give.
Yeah, and that's the message here today. And obviously you've probably seen us out and about during the Hawaii Food Bank Food Drive, which is March or April, around that time. But make no mistake, the Hawaii Food Bank is always in need and they're always accepting donations year-round.
Yeah, it is surprising which families that you may know who actually need to go to the food bank in order to have something to eat for the whole family. So anything that you can give could make a difference to even your neighbor.
And it's especially important to support them during the holidays, because during the holidays people are doing other things and not thinking about the food bank.
Yeah.
So that's why it's really important for us to keep the food bank in mind and try to do as much as we can during these holiday
And
times.
if you're a family struggling financially year-round, it obviously is worse at Christmas time because you're trying to do something in the way of presents for your keiki. And I remember that as a child, how that was a real troublesome thing one year for my parents. So this is a way that you can really help by making that food possible.
That's right. And by the way, we want to make sure that you know it's that easy today. Change for